Okay. Yep. All right. Welcome all folks who are listening here on the broadcast today. We've got a matchup, a non-conference matchup between Endicott College and the Union College Dutchmen today. I'm going to rattle off the starters here for Endicott first. We've got face-off specialist Thomas Barker, defenseman Joe Connor, defenseman Ned Laval, defenseman Ethan Couples, attackman Nick Pagliuso. Then we've got defenseman Jackson Burns, attackman Dominic Russo, attackman Cam Fernandez, long stick mid Matt Cawley, and in goal we have Tim Luciano for Endicott. And now for the Dutchmen, we've got Jake Titus, who is a midfielder. We've got Peter Burns on attack, Michael Shaw on attack. We've got Jake Mabardi on attack as well. Matt Pilato as our face-off specialist. Jack Thompson for defense. Gray Humphrey, midfield. Seamus Foley, a long stick mid. Clint Gaudreau, also a long stick mid defenseman. And in goal, we have Dan Donahue here. Last matchup between Endicott and Union was last year, March 2nd of 2022. Union won that game 13-8. The two teams have faced each other 6 times since 2016. The Dutchmen have won 5 of those 6 matchups, aside from their first meeting when they lost to Endicott 13-12 in double OT. Union's coming off a win last week against Babson, 14-9. We had some stars on the field: Jake Titus, Peter Burns, Mike Shaw, Jake Mabardi, and a bunch of others with a goal apiece. Endicott's coming off 2 wins this season as well. They're 2-0. They've got a win against Keene State last week and then a win against MIT a few days ago. MIT went 17-1 last season with their first loss coming in the 3rd round of the NCAA tournament to RIT. So that win was big for Endicott just a few days ago. So both teams looking strong, looking to come away today with the win, and we'll get it started up here in just a few minutes.
Yeah, we got 2 undefeated teams. I mean, Union's got some history of beating them and beat them last year, but both teams are hungry to prove themselves at the start of this year. They're both looking good so far, so it should be a great game we have today.
I think some players to watch out for today is going to be for the Dutchman Mike Shaw with 4 goals in their last game against Babson. He was super hot in the last matchup, so we'll see what he can do here today. Also, Dan Donahue faced 41 shots and saved 55% of those, which was fantastic. And for Endicott, I think we got some stars as well. Matt Gashiki with 8 points, 7 goals, and 18 shots over the last 2 games, so definitely look out for him on the Endicott side as well. All right, out there on the face-off circle, we got Matt Pilato for Union and Thomas Barker for Endicott. They're going to scramble there in the center. Ball's loose. It's going to get picked up by Thomas Barker for Endicott. He'll run it into the offensive zone. That pass from Dominic Russo will jump out of bounds, and Dan Donahue will pick it up here for the Dutchman. He'll hand that off to Jake Titus over there on the far side. Dan Donahue with it now. Over to Clint Gaudreau. Attackman Zach Davis with it now. He'll run that up the field. Mike Shaw and Matt Colley battling for the ball right now. It's going to go back to Zach Davis. Good catch there.
Great job, Union able to keep the ball off a little bit sketchy clear.
Yeah, no, for sure. Peter Kipp with it now. Jake Mabardi. Joe Connor working on Jake Mabardi there, trying to keep him out of the circle. Back behind the net, there to Peter Burns. Looking to get Mike Shaw.
Flag's still down for the offsides. Endicott's playing with 7 guys right now. Union just trying to get an open shot here before the penalty gets called.
Zach Davis with there in front of the goal. Mike Shaw trying to pick it up and put it in goal, and it'll get a stop there. Tim Luciano with a stop there for Endicott. Huge. Keeping Union off the board in the first few minutes.
Job by Union getting a shot off right before the shot clock went, but they'll get a second chance at it with this man up.
And that's going to be a penalty on number 50, Dominic Russo for Endicott.
Union a 2-man-up goals last game, so we know they can do it. Need to get one here to open up the scoring.
Peter Burns behind the net. Jake Mabardi back over there to Mike Shaw. He'll hand it back off to Peter. And Jake Mabardi with a shot and a goal right there for Union. They'll go up 1-0 early in the first.
Great skip pass, uses the space from the extra man, and just gets a perfect 12-yard shot there. That's exactly what you're looking for on the man up.
Yeah, Jake Mabardi with 2 goals against Babson just last week. 5 points, 7 shots, so he's definitely a player to look out for here on the Dutchman side. And then we'll get back out here on the face-off. Matt Pilato for Union. Thomas Barker for Endicott.
Clean win by Endicott.
Yeah, Barker able to steal that ball away from Matt Pilato for a second time. Jack Fiorillo with it now for Endicott over in the offensive zone. Nick Pagliuso with it now, back up top.
Endicott able to get their subs this time. First settled offense attempt here.
Nate Catita with it now up at the top. Dominic Valera with it now behind the goal. Endicott with some good moves here. Nick Pagliuso with it behind the net. He'll run it out in front and put a shot up on Dan Donahue. Dan Donahue will run for that ball, try to gain possession back for the Dutchman. Looks like Endicott got there first. Number 51, Cam Fernandez with it now. Seamus Foley working on him there on the defensive end. Back up top here for Matt Kaziski. Good save there by goalie Dan Donahue, keeping Endicott from putting any points up on the board. And he'll launch that ball back up to Jake Titus, who will sprint down the field. He'll hand it off to Peter Burns, and Peter Burns will take the second goal here for Union, and they'll go up 2-0 with 11:43 left to play.
Endicott going with a lot of one-on-one dodges in the offensive set. Took maybe a little bit of an ill-advised shot on a double and leads to a lot of Union offense through a great clear by Donahue.
Yeah, I think we can all agree. Once you get that ball to Peter Burns right in front of the net, it's kind of over for whoever's trying to block that shot. Back out here on the faceoff, Thomas Barker and Matt Pilato. Barker's going 2-0 today. And looks like he'll gain possession there for Endicott again. Gray Humphrey and John Sula working hard to get that ball back for the Dutchman.
Sula had it for a second, but then lost it on Endicott double team.
Cam Fernandez with it now. Seamus Foley working on him. Endicott send out a few more attackmen there. See if they can put a point on the board. Nate Katita. Back over to Dominic Valera. Nick Grapp with it now. Good defensive work there by Shane Smith for the Dutchman. Endicott still unable to put a shot on goal.
Valera got the inside there, got a shot off, but Smith stayed hard on him.
Gray Humphrey looking to defend here for the Dutchman. And that was a nice shot there by Nick Pagliuso, but that was saved pretty swiftly by Dan Donahue, and he'll hand that off up to Jake Titus, who will run out up the field.
Another quick clear. This time Union elects to wait to get their subs in, work the settled offense game.
Zach Davis with it now, over to Justin Green. Justin Green with it now. Green and Davis both had a goal in that matchup against Babson a few days ago.
Green so close there, just got a little bit in the crease. It was a perfect play by Union though, draw and dump. Exactly how you want it to go.
All right, Endicott looking to make something happen here for them. Nick Katita. Guarded by Patrick Riley pretty closely right there. Katita hand that off to Dominic Russo, and his shot goes wide around the back of the net. Nick Pagliuso with it now. And Dominic Russo with another shot. Endicott will remain in control of the ball here. Matt Kazicki with it now. Back over to Jackson Burns.
Flag down. Push after the shot. It's going to go against Union.
Not too sure what player that's going to be on. Nick Pagliuso's kind of limping there for Endicott. Hope he's okay.
Yeah, just kind of took one for the team there to get this penalty attempt.
Yep.
You know that's going to happen when you dodge on the inside like that, but he got a good shot off. Just missed it a little bit into the back side of the net.
Yeah, so that'll just be a penalty there on the Dutchman, Seamus Foley. And we'll play man down here. Endicott looking to capitalize here on this power. All right, Dominic Russo in for Nate Katita. Russo with it now. Katita. Connor.
Endicott 1-3-2 here, just moving it around. Seemed to open it up for the end line play.
Yeah, that was a nice shot from Max Kazicki.
Trying to find some
Kazicki
guys
with
on
it
the
now, looking to take another shot, and that's a great save there by Dan Donahue.
2 quality shots in this man up, but not hitting the cage as of yet. High effort ride by Endicott, but
yeah. Matt Balassi with it up top now for the Dutchman. Matt Cawley working on him.
under a minute in the quarter. Takeaway by
And that-
Cawley.
yeah,
He's
that was
running the field. 4-on-3 here.
Ethan Couples dodging all those Union defensemen. Able to hand it off there to Dominic Russo, but it'll just roll right out of bounds, and that was a missed opportunity there by Endicott.
Yeah, a couple tough passes kind of killed the fast break.
Yeah.
And one more tough pass. Now it's Union ball with 28 seconds left in the quarter.
Jack Thompson with it now. Gets it up to Peter Kipp, able to regain control of it. Shot clock running out. Archie McAvoy gets trampled by that crowd of Endicott defensemen.
Union had an opportunity there. Endicott did a great job of running back to the hole and protecting their net. Stopped that opportunity, and
that could have easily been a 3-0
yeah.
lead for the Dutchman before the end of the first. So good work there by Endicott, and we'll be back in like 30 seconds.
Said Endicott got out of that last play a little unscathed, but turns out there was a slashing call That was called during the timeout. So Union will start with the ball and man up.
Is that slashing call on Matt Colley right there?
I believe so.
All right, yeah, it's looking like he's taking a knee. All right, so Union on the man up.
Still, a man down opportunity is better than the goal that would have happened without him there.
All right, Jake Mabardi. Peter Burns over to Peter Kipp. Back to Burns. In front for Zach Davis. Mike Shaw over to Peter Kipp, and that shot will get tossed away by Tim Luciano. Davis goes to pick up that ball. He'll bring it back in for the Dutchman. Mike Shaw over to Burns. Back up for Kipp. Over to Davis. Back to Shaw. Davis looking to rip a shot, but he'll hold on to it. Back to Burns. Up top for Shaw. He'll rip one. And Peter Burns will bring it back in here for the Dutchman. Quick update. Union up 2-0 over Endicott. 14-18 left in the second. Goals from Jake Mabardi and Peter Burns. Burns with it now. Ball goes loose. Picked up by Davis. Flag thrown.
I think that guy came out very early from that penalty. Oh, yeah, looking at an offside call here.
Yeah.
Doesn't even seem like he came up early from the penalty. Maybe just fell over the line.
Yep. Kipp with it now. Getting double man guarded. Peter Burns looking to.
Union's getting the opportunities here, but they're not going in. The Endicott defense is holding strong.
Yeah, Union working really hard. Kipp over to Justin Green. Green will bring it in over to Shaw. Shaw will rip a shot. It'll bounce out, and Peter Burns will bring it back in for Union again. Matt Colley out of his penalty in now for the Endicott defense.
Getting another guy out here at some point, though, due to the flag.
Yeah, I'm wondering what that flag was for.
It was an offsides call. I just can't quite figure out what went wrong. I don't know if it was a miscommunication when the penalty came out between the refs and the Endicott coach, or...
Mason Grasso and Matt DiLorenzo will hop back out on the field, and Matt Colley will get pulled off once more.
Maybe they're...
Definitely a little confusion on the field, but I think they're sorting it out.
Don't think they let Colley out because he had the first penalty.
Yeah, looks like Mason Grasso's gonna sit this penalty here for Endicott. All right, we got Peter Kipp to bring the ball in here for the Dutchman. He'll hand it off up top for Davis. Over to Shaw. Back around the net for Burns. In the center, Mabardi will take the shot.
Third shot for Union on a man up, and the third miss high. Endicott man down's holding strong right now, keeping the score at 2-0.
Burns over to Kipp. Kipp will rip a shot, and it'll go in. And the Dutchman will go up 3-0 here in the second.
Same shot they've been looking for. Sometimes it just hits. There we go. That's what they've been trying to do.
That'll be Peter Kipp's first goal of the season here. I know it's only the second game, but It's good for him. Peter Burns had 4 assists in the last game. He's got 2 here today. We'll get back out there on the face-off. Matt Pilato for Union and Thomas Barker for Endicott. Pilato looking to pick up his first face-off of the game, and Union will regain possession of the ball.
Flag down.
Looks like that's going to be on the Dutchman.
Holding
And
penalty.
that on Matt Pilato, our face-off specialist. So
Now we get to see the Endicott man up.
Union defense will get organized here. Jack Thompson and Clinker Drow. And John Sula as the long stick defenseman. All right, Endicott here on the attack. Dominic Valera over to Nick Pagliuso. Pagliuso. And Kazicki will shoot that just wide. Kazicki with 4 goals, or sorry, my mistake, 7 goals in their last 2 games. Got quite the shot on him. Wow, great defending there by number 24, Patrick Riley. Able to knock that ball right out of the hands of the Endicott attackman.
Cam Fernandez trying to work from behind here. A lot of single-player motion for a man-up opportunity. Normally like to move the ball a little more.
Catito. Russo with it up top. Back to Valera. Jackson Maher working hard over there to knock that ball out of the hands of Kazicki. Valera. And Union will take back control of the ball. Looks like we've got Gray Humphrey here to bring it in for Union. He'll pass that off to Donahue. Gaudreau with it now. Somehow that ball ended up on the total opposite end of the field. Peter Burns unable to capitalize there on that pass.
Endicott picks it up, going for the clear.
All right, we got Ty Kasinski, number 24 for Endicott, and that ball will just get knocked right out of his stick by Gray Humphrey for the Dutchman. Gray will bring it up, hand it off to Peter Burns, but Tim Luciano, the goalie for Endicott, will pick it back up and hand it off to one of his players to bring it up the field. All right, Valera with the ball now here on the sideline. Getting worked on by John Sula. Only freshman on the field. Pagliuso struggling there as Clint Gaudreau picks up that ball. Pagliuso able to regain control of the lost ball, and he'll rip a shot there on Dan Donahue, and Donahue will pick it up in his netting. And he'll run that up the field. All right, Patrick Riley here for Union.
Riley getting battered, but makes
Able
it
to,
out somehow.
Yeah, make it through the crowd of 3 Endicott
Now we got
defensemen.
Transition, but the pass misses.
Yeah, Mike Shaw trying to hand that ball off. All right, I'm sorry, not Mike Shaw. Gray Humphrey trying to hand that ball off to Peter Burns. Looks like we'll get a timeout here. All right, here we go. We got 9:20 left to go here in the second period. Union up 3-0. All right, Joe Connor here for Endicott. Passes it along to Ethan Couples.
Ethan, a long pass. He gets knocked down. Now back
Dominic
to Union's
Masucci
ball.
trying to regain control of that ball, but Union's got it here. Jake Mabardi with it now on the far side of the field. We'll get some subs here. And Zach Davis, Peter Kipp, and Justin Green in for the Dutchman. Mabardi, round back of the net to Shaw. Shaw will move that ball around. Hands it over to Kipp. Kipp, a shot and a goal. His second of the season here. His second of the game.
Kipp, just a nice little easy jog. Just walks himself to the back post and puts it in. Made it look too easy.
Connor, what do you think? Anything that Endicott can do here in the remainder of this second period to put some points up on the board against the Dutchman?
Their defense isn't playing terrible.
Yeah.
The goalie's doing a phenomenal job, and their offense, they just need to hit some shots, really. I mean,
Thinking they need to slow it down a little bit, too. I think we got a lot of long, sloppy passes, quick shots.
they've definitely missed a few opportunities, a couple bad passes. They had a couple bad passes that killed what could have been an easy transition goal.
No, for sure.
But biggest problem right now is just getting those balls past Donahue.
Yeah.
Get a little bit better placement.
Yeah, it's not easy. I mean, Donahue's faced almost 13 shots today and saved every single one, so not easy when the goalie's on fire.
Yeah. Just means you got to take those easier shots and maybe not take the harder ones even if they're open.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Balassi with it now for Union. McAvoy. Burns with it now and puts it in the back of the net again for the Dutchman. 2 goals in under a minute. Peter Burns and Peter Kipp. We're now 5-0 with 7:30 left to go here in the half.
Union just a quick dodge, and then the Endicott defender, Ned LaValle, just lost his guy, let a wide open shot on the crease. It's an easy goal.
Yeah, again, Peter Burns with the second of the game. Can't give that ball to him in front of the net. You got no chance of saving those. And we'll back out here on the faceoff. We got Luke McHugh, the sophomore for Union, in his first faceoff of the game, unable to capitalize against Thomas Barker.
We got a flag flying, looked like a cross check to the head. Scoreboard is not looking great for Endicott, but Barker's been doing a phenomenal job at the X so far.
Yeah,
Really
seriously.
getting them the possessions to try to get their first point on the board.
Katita hands it off to Kasiki. Kasiki with it now in front of the goal. He'll shoot and score the first Endicott goal of the game. Now that they've broken Donahue's shutout, maybe they can find some hope there on their offensive side.
You get one, you get another face-off win here. Suddenly they start flowing.
Yeah, goal there for Max Kazeki. He had 8 points in his last 2 games and 7 goals. Let's make it 8 now for his season total so far in 3 games. We'll get back out here on the face-off, Luke McHugh and Thomas Barker again.
And because of that flag, we got a man-up face for Endicott. Really good opportunity to put another one on the board here.
Yeah, we'll get up. That penalty there will be on sophomore Patrick Riley.
Face-off procedure on Barker. Ball goes to Union.
Luke McHugh will pick it up there for Union, bringing in the offensive zone. Wow, that was a great catch there by Peter Burns with that pass from McHugh.
Endicott definitely wants to take up the ball.
Yeah, they're double teaming Burns there, trying to get that ball away, and looks like they're going to succeed
It's on the
at it.
ground.
Shaw over there to try and help. They'll call a whistle there. Can't tell if that's a penalty. Well, that ball will go to Endicott. Not too sure what happened there.
Quick clear, trying to set up their man up. Union gets back in the hole quickly. No transition opportunity, but still man up for Endicott. They take a timeout to talk it over.
Yeah, Masucci will drop that ball right there, and when we come back, Endicott will have possession, looking to get their second goal of the game and make it 5-2. 6 minutes left to go in the first.
Endicott and Union back on the field. Endicott man up, looking to put in their second goal straight.
Yeah, I can only suspect that they called that timeout to work out a good plan to put the ball in the back of the net right now, so seeing if they can capitalize here on this man-up advantage. Pagliuso with it now up top for Endicott. Back over to Katita. Katita will bring it in. And they'll get a shot there on Donahue. That's Dominic Russo there for his first goal of the game.
Russo walked into the crease from behind the net. Nobody saw him. Stood there for a second, got the pass, and finished it perfectly. Endicott's got some momentum now going into this face-off.
Yeah, Dominic Russo with the second highest shot count of anyone on the team over their last 2 games, with 14 shots over the course of 2 games. He's always putting them on net, and that one went in. That's going to be his first goal of the season. And that's picked up there by Matt Colley for Endicott. They're back on the offense. Pagliuso with it now.
Barker lost that one, but did a great job of tying up the face-off to let his LSM come in and clean up the job. Gives him another good possession here.
All right, Katita with it now. Back over to Pagliuso. Over to Kasicki. Kasicki.
Russo with the feed. Another good shot saved by Donahue.
He'll pick that up with his stick and toss that up there to Gray Humphrey, who will bring it up past the half-point line.
Another great offensive set there for Endicott. Stopped by the Rick Wall in the Union College net.
Humphrey with it now. Hands it off to Mabardi. He's got Davis and Kip here on his left. Davis over to Kip. Humphrey will head off. Justin Green will head on for the Dutchman. It's been a good offensive lineup here today for Union. And Peter Kip with another shot, and it'll go off the post. Looks like it was tapped out there by Tim Luciano, who, despite the deficit in points on the board, has had a pretty good game today against the Dutchmen. They've been firing shots on all cylinders. Burns across the field to Shaw. He'll dodge his defender. Oh! And that's a nice mid-air shot from Mike Shaw.
And it's waved off in the crease.
Oh, no.
Quick whistle gives Endicott a good clear.
Colley will hand that off to Endicott here in the offensive zone. Yeah, that was, yeah.
A little bit of a controversial call there. Union sideline did not love it.
All right, we got Kasicki with it now. Top scorer for Endicott. He'll hand that off to Tysinki. Over to Valera. John Sula working on him over there. All right, behind the net, Pagliuso. Trying to swing that around. Clint Gaudreau not letting him get a shot on. Good work there by the defenseman and Dan Donahue to pick that ball up for the Dutchman. And there'll be no goal there on that opportunity for Endicott. Jack Thompson with the ball now.
He's taking it over, trying to find someone to get it away to.
He'll hand it off to Mike Shaw. Oh, we got a flag. All right, so that'll be...
Slash. Looks like it was on Tita. Union's got a free play here.
Mabardi around to Burns. Burns with the shot. It'll roll out of bounds.
Now Union will be man up.
Matt Colley to come on. Ty Kasinski to come off and serve the penalty for Endicott. Di Lorenzo will also hop off the field for Endicott. All right, Dutchmen are man up here. 2:13 left to go in the half. Shaw around the back of the net to Burns. Near side here to Kip. Back around the back to Burns. Up for Davis, and Davis with a bullet shot there for Union. And they'll go up 6-2 with 2 minutes left to go in the half. It's a great shot there by Zach Davis.
Breaks the little bit of momentum that Endicott had going there. Puts the Union lead back to 4.
Thomas Barker and Matt Pilato out there on the face-off circle. And Union will pick it up. John Sula able to gain control of the ball for the Dutchman. Jake Titus with it now on the far side. He'll bring it up past midfield into the offensive zone. It looks like he's going for a shot, and he'll pick up his own rebound there.
Save, but...
A little bit of a tussle there behind the net. Peter Burns and a few Endicott defensemen.
Luciano went out of the net and got laid out trying to get that ground ball off his save. Looks like it's going to stay Union ball, though.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be Burns to bring it in.
Must Unless the ref has an objection here.
Yeah.
Timeout.
We'll get a timeout, Endicott.
Union back on offense here. Starting in an empty set, moving the ball around.
All right, Cooper Widener on the offense here for the Dutchman. His first few minutes of the game.
Still empty attack, but a rye pass to Cole Hartman.
Yeah, Hazen Pike to Cole goes out of bounds. Tim Luciano with it now for Endicott to bring it up past the midway point. Kazicki on the far side.
Colin Burns runs it past midline and gets a clear for Endicott.
Catito rushing that ball in for Endicott. Back of the net to Pagliuso. Pagliuso still with the ball for Endicott. And we'll get a flag there, penalty on Union, on Clint Gaudreau. Valera struggling to keep that ball in bounds. Yeah, and it looks like Endicott will go on the man-up advantage here. And Clint Gaudreau will kneel and serve this penalty. Valera to bring it in here for Endicott. Looks like they're going to run out the clock. And they will start on the man advantage when we come back after halftime. All right, welcome back here to the broadcast. Union up 6-2 against Endicott. 15 minutes on the clock for the third quarter. Endicott with the ball and they're man up.
Saw Endicott scoring one of these earlier. Definitely got a good shot here.
That was a good shot there by Tommy Tysinki, and it's stopped by Dan Donahue once again. Max Kazicki with a shot right there. All right, Endicott with an early goal here in the third quarter. Union still leads by 3.
Union's had a lot of penalties in this game, and it's allowed Endicott to score most of their goals. 2 of their 3 coming off man-up opportunities right now. Union leads back down to 3.
Back out here on the face-off circle. Thomas Barker for Endicott. Matt Pilato for Union.
Barker tied up here.
Yeah, fighting for the ball. Barker will unable to pick it up for Endicott. Pilato will take it for the Dutchman, and I'll try and hand it off there to John Sula. John Sula able to remain in control of the ball. Back to Clinker Drow, and he'll hand that up to Jake Titus.
Union starting their attack. Dodge on the side.
Oh, Zach Davis with a really nice shot there. It'll bounce off, and it's heading out of bounds, and they're battling for the ball there, and it'll remain a Union ball.
Dive by Davis gives him the edge. Gets Union the ball back.
All right, Justin Green with it now. Guarded by Ethan Couples.
Dodging from all the way to top, falls down, gets it to Davis, though, behind his back.
Oh, and Mike Shaw with a little wraparound shot. It'll go just wide. Picked up by Peter Burns there behind the net.
Burns starting the end line.
Burns up top to Green. Green will rip it in, and a good stop there by Tim Luciano for Endicott. That was a big-time save there.
Long shot by Green. Not exactly what you want to see from Union, but definitely had a chance. A lot of pressure from the Union ride, but Endicott's able to get it out cleanly, and now they're subbing in their offensive players.
All right, Kasicki will hand that off to Katita. Back to Kasicki. Over to Dominic Valera here on the near side.
Valera takes a dodge, no success.
Getting worked on there. All right, Kasicki with it up top.
Kasicki trying to work the middle. Not getting anything done.
Valera.
For Shane Smith.
Behind the net, Fernandez. In the center, a little scramble there for the ball. And Katita will beat Donahue to the line behind the net.
Great takeaway check by Foley, but the ground ball got by Endicott. Had a good rebound shot, but
Katita getting worked on there by Clint Gaudreau.
Ball hits the floor again. Still stays in Endicott possession. Shot clock hits, and that's Union ball.
Yeah, Endicott will turn that over there to the Dutchman, Titus. Now to bring it in for Union, over to Donahue. Gaudreau tries to hand that off to Balassi.
Sketchy pass works out, though, as Union's able to pick it up off the bounce.
Balassi with a shot goes wide. Peter Burns makes it to the line, though, to pick it up for Union. All right, Burns and Shaw behind the net. Balassi. Over to McAvoy. All right. Owen Tolan with it now here on the near side. He'll rush that ball in. Hands it over to Burns. Tries to get it out front. And Tim Luciano will regain control of the ball for Endicott. Jackson Burns with it now.
The clearing is clear, but Endicott gets it in the box. Trying to get their subs in now, but Union keeps attacking.
Max Kazicki with it now.
Kazicki dodging from high. He's got a little bit of space. Draws 3, but just turns around and passes
Rest
it
that
out.
in, yeah. Hands it off to Tysinski. Valera over to Kazicki. Far side there.
Valera dodging from the top.
Valera guarded pretty heavily there by John Sula. Sula trying to get that ball back for the Dutchman.
Sula puts it on the floor. Almost gets the ground ball. Ball's up in the air.
Let's see if Dan beats them.
Staying in.
Yep. Donahue way out of the goal there, but able to help the Dutchman
Goes
remain in
out.
control.
Be an Endicott ball there. Dutchman almost saved it. Not quite.
Seamus Foley. Jake Titus with it now. Or sorry, Gray Humphrey with it now. Bring it up past the midway point.
They have
He'll hand it off to
numbers.
Titus. And we'll get a shot there by Peter
Great
Burns.
save.
Tim Luciano with the great save there. Ethan Couples hands it off to Elsinger.
And Endicott's defense is stopping some good transition opportunities by Union and keeping themselves in this game.
Russo with it now behind the net, getting worked on by Jack Thompson.
Cam Fernandez had a step on that last dodge before getting absolutely mauled and losing the ball.
All right, we got Elsinger with it now, getting worked on by Clint Gaudreau. Ball ends up in the hands of Katita. He'll put a shot on. Roll out of bounds. Endicott remains on the offense here. 8:37 left to go in this period. Union leads by 3. Ty Kaczynski hands that ball off to Elsinger. Elsinger getting worked on by Gaudreau. Fernandez with it behind the net. Hands it off.
Russo has a step. Good shot, but saved by Donahue.
Yeah, Kaczynski with another good shot there for Endicott. Unable to capitalize, though. All right, Fernandez getting worked on by Seamus Foley. Good defense there by Foley. Katita with it now.
Feeds into Russo. Russo has nothing, pulls it back out.
Great shot there by Kaczynski, and an even better save there by Dan Donahue.
Union clears it easily, but
Humphrey trying to pass that off to Burns.
a check by Cawley gets Endicott the ball back.
Colley's had a pretty good game today. Definitely a
Yeah,
point of promise for Endicott.
a lot of ground balls definitely helped Endicott have some offensive possessions, and that takeaway is big.
Fiorillo with it now for Endicott.
Dodges from up top, goes down the alley. Elects not to give it away.
Jake Titus working hard to keep him out of the crease.
Needs another slide. Move the ball, they have some space.
Wow.
Shot goes wide.
Shot by Fernandez, yeah. Unable to make something work there.
Endicott still has a chance to ride this, though.
Oh,
And they do. They have the ball back
big
with numbers.
check on Jake Titus.
They elect to settle down.
Yeah, we got Valera Kazicki up top here for Endicott.
Good effort plays by this Endicott rider, giving them a lot of opportunities. Again, this ball in the net.
Katita with it now here on the near side. And there is a shot by Tommy Tykasinski for Endicott. Tykasinski will put them up to 4. Union still leads by 2. 6:13 left to go here in the third period.
That there, Endicott just putting a ton of effort to get that many opportunities at the goal. And
Yeah,
when you have that many, it's hard for defense to stop you.
defense
Donahue
working
had
hard, yeah.
multiple great saves, and they had a lot of good checks, but
I think Union was doing everything right there. Only so much Donahue can do between the poles.
Endicott just worked harder in transition during that period.
Ooh, nice pick up there by Matt Pilato on the faceoff. He'll take a shot right into the stick of Tim Luciano, and he'll hand that off to one of his defensemen, Jackson Burns.
Luciano tried a quick clear, didn't work. Now they're slowing it down a little bit.
Mabardi trying to stop that ball from going over.
Joe Connor takes it over
Midfield.
the midline. Finally gets it out of his own stick.
Tykazinski there with the ball now. He just had a goal. Max Kazicki with it now.
I don't like that quick shot from Union. I don't think it was a bad shot necessarily, but after playing so much defense, you want to settle it down on offense a little bit. Give you guys a little bit of confidence that you can hold the ball on that end.
Valera and Elsinger working together. Back to Kazicki. Clint Gaudreau trying to get that ball back.
Union defense keeps putting this ball on the floor, but isn't able to get it up.
Valera with it now on the near side, and he will miss that pass
Lost
from
it in
his
the white
teammate.
sky.
And Zach Davis to bring it in here on the near side for Union.
Union needs to settle a little bit now.
He'll hand that up to Peter Kipp.
Peter Kipp wisely pulls it out. They get their subs onto the field.
Yeah, we got Mabardi, Davis, Kipp, Green, Shaw, and Burns on the attack here for Union. All with a goal this season. Ooh, Davis with a little fake there. He'll run that in. He's all alone, and a nice goal there through the legs of Tim Luciano. And Davis will put the Dutchman up by 3 once again.
Big miscommunication there by Endicott. 2 of Union's players cross, and the 2 Endicott defenders couldn't decide who had who. Left a wide open shot.
Right, once again, Thomas Barker and Matt Pilato out there on the face-off circle.
Barker definitely needs this one as time's slowly ticking down.
Yeah, for sure. And looks like Pilato's going to pick that up for Union.
Pretty clean win for him.
It's like we got John Sula with the ball now.
They have numbers still.
Ball hands off to Peter Burns, and Peter Burns will hammer one in there for Union. 2 goals in under a minute once again. Union's a pretty quick back-to-back goal team. They get that momentum and they capitalize on it.
They definitely can. And when they see their shots, they take them no matter what. Definitely not afraid to take some shots. Never going to take their foot off the gas pedal.
Yeah, Burns with his 3rd goal of the game. Been a real strong point for Union today. Back here on the faceoff, Luke McHugh and Thomas Barker again. Barker will maintain possession of the ball for Endicott. He'll hand that off there to Aiden Kakalchin. Kakalchin will head off the field, and we've got Valera with the ball now and Kasicki.
Endicott tries to get through a through pass.
And that'll be another turnover for Endicott. Looks like Clint Gaudreau is going to bring that up there for Union. He's all alone.
Quick clear. They do have numbers. Gaudreau's staying on the field, but I think Union's going to elect to sub them off here.
Shaw with the ball here on the near side.
Ooh, pass knocked down.
Patrick Riley struggling to regain possession of the ball. Mike Shaw able to get it back, and we'll get a timeout here. Yeah, we'll get a timeout here for Union. All right, Union with the possession. Now we got 2:57 left to go in the third quarter. Union leading by 4 with 2 quick goals from Davis and Burns. All right, Davis around the back to Burns. Davis over to Shaw. Shaw over to Kip. Kip working around his defender. Back around the net to Burns. Shaw with it now. And Luciano with a good save there. Peter Burns to pick it up and bring it in for Union again. Mabardi and Burns behind the net. Mabardi with it now. Hands it off to Kip. Kip with a shot, and he'll bury that one. And Union will go up by 5 here with 2:20 left to play in the third.
Long shot there. We saw him take it earlier, and Luciano saved it, but that time he makes the shot. Giving Union a hefty lead with 2:20 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, Peter Kip there with his second goal of the game. Back out here on the face-off. Luke McHugh will win it here for Union. He'll bring it up the field and hand it off to Jake Mabardi. Mabardi with it now in front of the net, trying to get a shot on.
And it's blocked by Luciano.
Picked up here by Couples. Couples hands that off to Colley. Colley with the shot now right into the net of Donahue. All right, Burns with it now. Nice little spin move there on his defender. Still in possession of the ball. He'll hand that off to Mabardi. Over to Balassi here on the near side. Over to Toland. Archie McAvoy with a pass to Jake Mabardi, who's going to hammer it into the back of the net, right past Luciano. Now Union's going to go up by 6.
Union offense firing on all cylinders in the last couple minutes of the third quarter after struggling to hold possession for the first half of it.
Yeah, we only got 1 minute left. I mean, Endicott can't really let any more goals in here before the fourth. They're going to struggle to come back in this game.
They need to score some, really.
Barker's doing all he can out there on the face-off circle. Endicott really needs to capitalize here on the offensive end.
We saw what they needed to do. They started doing it in the third quarter, got a bunch of turnovers, were working really hard in transition to get all those opportunities at the net, and they started converting, but without all those opportunities, much harder to get a goal.
Yeah, again, Barker with the pickup here off the face-off. He'll put a shot on, and Donahue will run there to the end line and pick it up here for Union. Again, we got 55 seconds left to go in the third.
Last couple Endicott possessions have been quick shots and quick misses that is letting Union score these goals so quick. But there,
Titus is going to get triple manned by Endicott, and he's going to lose the ball there. DiLorenzo working hard for Endicott. There's going to be a little bit of a scramble there. DiLorenzo trying to pick it up with his long stick, but Clinker Dro is going to bring it up past midfield.
Bodies flying, no flags.
Can't even tell where the ball is. Looks like it's over there with Peter Burns on the far side. He'll hand that off to Kip.
Endicott defense settles after being a little bit mismatched after that transition fiasco.
We got 6 seconds left to go, yep. Justin Green with it now, looking to maybe put on a shot before the end. And he'll get it there right when the buzzer hits.
It's exactly what Endicott didn't need at the last minute of the third quarter. Comes down to the last second. They still, Union puts in the goal, giving them a 7-point lead.
Wondering if they're going to count that. Haven't really seen the scoreboard change yet.
Looked like it came in pretty far before. No ref objections here.
Yeah, so Union's going to lead by 7 at the start of the fourth. All right, out here on the face-off circle, Matt Pilato.
Barker with a clean win, running towards the net, decides against another shot, pulls it out for a settled Endicott offensive set here.
Yeah, Colley will hop off the field, letting in a few attackmen here. Katita Valera Kazicki. All right, Kazicki with it now up top here on the near side. Ooh, quick scramble there. Kazicki's going to lose possession of that ball. And it's going to get picked up here by Peter Burns on the offensive end for Union. See, that's not what you want to see here for Endicott.
Burns going to the net. Dodges a couple defenders, but gets checked while shooting. Union ball on the end line.
Yeah, Mike Shaw makes a run there for the ball behind the net. They'll maintain possession here. Shaw over to Mubardi on the far side. Kip over to Davis. Matt Crawley working on Davis there. Henry Quaintance will set a pick there, and Davis will hand it back to Quaintance. He'll hand that off to Kip.
Quaintance, bad pass, but Kip's able to keep it in with his body. Heads towards the net, takes a shot, high bouncer.
And that'll be the third goal of the game here for Peter Kip. Both Peters here with hat tricks today, Burns and Kip. A collective 6 goals for the two of them. Union leads 12-4 with 13:30 left to go in the game.
Even with the stop of the quarter, Endicott's not able to stop the bleeding so far. No real opportunities in offense these past couple minutes, and they've let up 4 goals.
Pilato and Barker.
Barker pulls it out, but it got stuck in the back of his stick. It'll be Union ball.
All right, Pilato with it now. He'll hand that off to Patrick Riley up top for Union.
Union had Sula open for a minute.
Quaintance over there on the far side. He'll hand that off to Owen Toland. Over to Blasi now on the near side. He'll run that in back to McAvoy. Blasi. He goes straight to the net, and Blasi will get his first goal of the game.
Another quick one for Union.
Blasi had a goal in that last game against Babson. He'll get one here tonight. And Union will just continue to extend their lead here today with 13 goals against the 4 for Endicott. Back out here on the face-off circle. And Pilato will win it here for Union. Donahue with it now. He'll hand that off to Seamus Foley. Get that up there for Nick DeNave. Quaintance behind the net to Shaw. Shaw and Burns will trade places. Cole Hartman with it now on the near side. Hartman working on his defender. Trying to go straight to the net. He's getting double teamed by Endicott. He'll hand that off to Cooper Widener here on the near side. Little shove there from Jack Fiorillo. And Cooper Widener with a shot.
Saved by Luciano. Endicott player down. Checking out that right leg of his. Dominic Masucci now getting up and jogging off.
Looks like he's relatively okay. It's always good to see. All right, Endicott now with the ball. 11:48 left to go in the game.
Looking to break a now 6-0 run by Union.
All right, Tysinki with it now over to Kazicki. He'll hand that. Kazicki's going to run that in here. Getting guarded pretty heavily there by Gray Humphrey. Jack Thompson and Clint Gaudreau looking to defend here against the Endicott attackmen. Tysinki trying to make something happen. Valera up top. Matt Kazicki over on the far side. He'll hand that off behind the goal to Nate Katita for his second goal of the game there for Endicott, and Endicott will go up 1 point here.
Endicott finally with a goal after letting in 7 straight for Union. Hopefully Barker can get another face-off, try to capitalize on this momentum.
Yeah, Barker out there again for Endicott. Luke McHugh out there for Union with Titus on his left side and Nick Denave on his right. We're going to have a little bit of a face-off error there. Ball's going to get picked up by Union. Jake Titus with it now. Hands it off to Quaintance on the far side. Quaintance hands the ball off to Shaw over there in the far corner. Back to Quaintance. Hands it off to Balassi. Back to Quaintance. Quaintance with a shot. It'll go just wide. Mike Shaw will make it there to the end line. He'll bring this ball in again here for the Dutchman. Over to Quaintance, up top for Balassi. Over to McAvoy. Back to Balassi up top. Peter Burns hands that off to Shaw.
Ball knocked down.
A little bit of a scramble there.
Union comes up with it.
McAvoy back to Balassi up top. McAvoy again here on the near side, working on his defender.
Another shot. Ball ends up on the ground again. Battle for it here.
Yeah, Toland and Quaintance looking to get that ball back, but it's going to go into the hands of Tim Luciano for Endicott. He'll hand that off to his defender, Joe Connor. Sorry, Ethan Couples. We'll hand that off to Kazicki. We'll get those attackmen back on here for Endicott. Tyson Key and Valera up top here for Endicott.
Endicott trying to settle it a little bit.
Zach DiMuccio and Jack Thompson working on the defense here for the Dutchmen.
Valera taking it from behind, has a step, goes to the shot, and
Ooh.
it goes in.
With a great shot there by Dominic Valera. Puts Endicott up 1.
A pick gave Valera a step, and then he just did the rest, put in a goal, bringing this Union lead just a
Down to
tad
7.
closer.
Union leads by 7 with 8:43 left to go in the game. See if they can maintain this lead, come away with a win. Luke McHugh back out there on the face-off circle. McHugh's been pretty good today here against Barker. Barker, the only face-off specialist to show here for Endicott today. A little bit of a scramble there. John Sula.
Ball pops out. Endicott running after it. Multiple bodies on the ground. Points Endicott ball.
All right, Kazicki with it now, with Ty Kazinski up as well. Valera, who just had a goal, with it now here at the 40-yard line on the near side. He's working around John Sula right now. And that ball will go back to Union. A little bit of a sloppy offensive movement there from Endicott.
Yeah, definitely not what they needed in this situation.
No.
Have to get a good ride here.
Velocity with it now.
Somehow.
He'll run that all the way up the field.
Clean clear by Union.
He'll hand it off there to Emmett Line. That shot there will go just wide. All right, Velocity with it now.
Shot missed.
Yeah, shot there by Finn Garrity is going to go just wide. But Garrity with the ball. Back up top again. Quaintance hands it off to Shaw. Back to Quaintance. He'll rip one in. And Emmett Line will run to the line, make sure to keep the ball in the offensive zone for the Dutchman. All right, Shaw will bring it in here. He'll hand it off up top for Garrity, and Garrity will take a shot here into the stick of Tim Luciano, and he'll hand that off to his defenseman there on the far side. And Endicott with a chance here to put another point up on the board if they can do it right. Ethan Couples hands that ball off to Tommy Tykasinski. Tykasinski and Max Kazicki and Dominic Valera. Tykasinski with it now. Looking to take a shot. It'll go wide. But he's got Katita down there to maintain possession for Endicott. All right, Titus with some good defensive work there, able to pick the ball up for the Dutchman. He'll get it knocked out of his hands a little bit. A little bit of a scramble there, but the ball will end up in the stick of Tim Luciano.
Tysinski had a great check there, putting the ball on the ground, which eventually ended up in Endicott's stick. Hopefully leading to an offensive possession here.
Joe Connor with a long pass to Max Kazinski. Valera. Guarded by John Sula. Valera moving quickly. Kazicki is going to miss that pass from Valera, and that's going to be a big mistake there for Endicott.
It's a mistake that we've been seeing killing that Endicott offense all day. They're definitely able to score, but with so many mistakes, it's hard to get enough opportunities to do so effectively.
Davis with it now. We've got Davis, Kip, Green to come in now. Quaintance on the far side, and Line behind the net. Davis over to Kip. Kip working around his defender. Tries to hand that ball off to Mabardi. And he'll miss that pass just slightly. Luciano with it now for Endicott. We got 4:30 left to go in the game. Union leads 13-6. Got Katita with the ball now, getting worked on by Zach DiMuccio. Kazicki with it up top here for Endicott. Elsinger here on the near side. Worked on by Davis. DiMuccio with some good defending there. Endicott unable to put a shot on net.
Good feed to Russo on the inside, but shot goes wide right.
Elsinger off to Katita. Davis. Good defensive work there. Nick Donave working on Kazicki. Back around the net for Elsinger. Up top for Katita. Over there for Tysinki.
Katita shoots.
And he'll take a shot there.
Wide right again.
Yeah, and Fernandez will pick that ball up back for Endicott. They got 10 seconds here on the shot clock.
Trying to set up a two-man game behind to get the shot off. Only 4 seconds. Feed to the inside. Not able to get picked up. But it's knocked out by Union. Doesn't count as possession.
Got a shot
clock goes
violation. All right, Mabardi with it now for Union. Owen Toland, Matt Balassi, Henry Quaintance, and Nick Donave with the ball now here, the long stick defenseman. Nick will hop off and let Archie McAvoy come on the attack here for the Dutchman. McAvoy over to Quaintance on the far side. Back up top to McAvoy. Over to Balassi. He'll hit it around the back. Toland over to McAvoy. In the center for Line. Line will take that shot over his left shoulder and it'll go back behind the net. Mabardi with the shot there right into the hands of Tim Luciano. Endicott with 1:45 left to go in the game. Hoping to maybe get one more goal. Again, Union's just been fantastic today. Dan Donahue in goal, letting in, as of right now, only 6 on a ton of shots. The Union offense capitalizing on every opportunity. The Union defense keeping Endicott at bay.
Yeah, Union played a great day today, offensive defense. They had a little sloppy in transition in the third quarter. Definitely had a few turnovers that you don't like to see, but did not matter for this game because they finished that third quarter out with some amazing offense and kept it going here through the fourth.
Looks like we'll get a penalty here on Union. Jackson Maher will come in there. Seamus Foley looks like he'll be serving this penalty. Never mind, it is going to be Patrick Riley there with a slash. All right, Endicott, 1 minute, 6 seconds left to go in the game. They're down by 7. Valera with it now up top. and they'll just lose
Just throw it
the
away
ball.
again, yeah. Seen that happen on so many Endicott possessions today. When they get their offense going, they can be a threat to score, but just way too many mistakes, giving Union way too many possessions.
Yeah, no, they had that win against MIT just a few days ago. They were playing fantastic in that game, but not able to capitalize here on Frank Bailey Field today against the Dutchmen.
They definitely have some skill and could win some big games, but against such a good team like Union, you gotta minimize those mistakes, or else there's no chance you're gonna win.
Yeah, for sure. Union dancing around with the ball now, 25 seconds left on the clock. Mobardi with it now behind the net.
Endicott locking off and pressuring a little bit. Not too much urgency here, down by so much.
Looks like a flag was thrown.
10 seconds left.
Looking like Union's just going to run out the clock here. Quaintance will end the game here with the ball in his stick, and that'll be a win here for the Dutchmen today. Final score 13-6.